in Cincinnati. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Harris starts the drive on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Now a first down carry for Harris. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Pickett will look to pass it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Pickett. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Burrow from his own end zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steelers. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Harris running straight ahead. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Pickett now from the gun here. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
George Pickens.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. Now a handoff running through the middle.
To about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down.
Burrow. Yeah, this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the 1st quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the 2nd one.
Play action. It's Burrow.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Bengals 9.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And now ball going to be intercepted yet again.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and it is 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go.
On second down, they'll run it here. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
On the give, this is Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Being chased out left.
Able to find his man, it's Pickens.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They hand this off to Harris. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run again with Harris. He will push his way down to about the 14. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. Honed in.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
On 2.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13, Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
11 empty. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Burrow going for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Thomas.
To the air again, Burrow. And he rifles one incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
First down. Here's Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll try the right side with Harris to about the 33-yard line.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. A couple of first downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty win.
On second down, here's Burrow. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape.
Now Burrow loses the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they scored here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Boston, the man in motion left. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
12.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
11.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And my goodness, another interception. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
They'll run. Here's Harris. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers extend their lead yet again. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They run again with Harris. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Harris. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Here we go.
So after the conversion on fourth, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Let's get set.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give him credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
137 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. It's brought in by Harris. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll send the tight end in motion. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. So this one in the win.